President Buhari is just bent on ensuring that states, the headers are well secured in every state in Nigeria. And you know that the southern governors have come together to ban any form of open grazing in their various states. But that alone has not been very effective, except for some governors who have actually really taken it very personal and ensuring that open grazing is not practiced in their states. But, the president just understood that it seemed like his plan is not working when he said that no governor should carry on with a plan on banning open grazing. Some states have already carried it out, like the Ondo State governor and some others. But the president have gone ahead again to have another plan B, and this time around he said that the federal government is going to establish a farm estate on all states. And there have been a lot of reactions since he said that, especially from the southern part of the country, and not just the southern part, because majorly these cows are being reared around the southern areas because there is more rain, and grasses around these areas, unlike much forests and without grasses. So they believe it is better for cows to be well fed around these areas. But that is not the thing. The point is, why is the federal government now forcing this on states? And now there are a lot of reactions, and it will shock you to know that nobody's really taking this down so easily. Well, I'll bring you more details, but please stay tuned. Don't forget to like and share this video. And also, if you have not subscribed, please do, and also turn on the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. All right, guys, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of those reports, as it says that leaders of the Yoruba social political group, Afenifere Chief Ayo Adebanjo, has again hit out hard on the federal government's plan to establish farm estates in states across the country, insisting that such plan is not recognized by law and should be disregarded by state governors. Pa Adebanjo pointed out that the federal government has been trying to force open grazing on states using different ploys, saying that its recent proposal to establish farm estates across the country should be condemned and rejected in its entirety. The Afenifere leader maintained that the federal government failed in its ploy to establish rural colonies across the country and should not attempt to force the establishment of farm estates on states, adding that the Land Use Act empowers state governors to manage and control all lands in their states. Chief Adebanjo, while speaking during a telephone interview with our correspondent, disclosed that if the federal government wants to promote farm estates, it should allow state governors who have the constitutional rights to dispense all lands to establish them, warning that the Buhari-led government should be reminded that he can't force it on states except the governors of the state accept it. We are not under dictatorship but under democracy. The elder statesman further berated the position of the federal government for its insistence on recovering non-existent grazing routes, saying it is on weak ground and the position is unconstitutional. That is why he doesn't want to do restructuring. The Land Use Act is a constitutional position, so he can't make it. He can't force it on any state. Buhari has no power under the constitution to force open grazing on any state. In its reaction, the vice national president of the Igbo Sociocultural Organization Ohaneze Ndigbo, Chief Damian Okeke Ogene, has warned the federal government not to introduce the contentious open grazing policy through the back door. Okeke Ogene, who made his position known in an interview in Awka, Anambra State, said though farm estate is good, it must be operated in conjunction with the state governors for its smooth operations. Speaking further, the Ohaneze Ndigbo vice president argued that for the idea to work effectively without sentiment, the federal government should engage state governments that know their people and territory to manage the farm estates. The policy is good. We welcome it in the Southeast, but it should not be a plan that will bring in open grazing policy. Why it is a good idea is because it will create job opportunities for the youth. It will also curb criminal activities in the society. Okeke Ogene submitted. He advised governors, particularly governors from the southern states, to study the policy critically before keying into it for the sake of peace. Ohanwe, the traditional ruler of Ihim Autonomous Community in Isiala Mbano, local government area of Imo State, demanded for a clear interpretation of what farm estate is all about. He questioned the difference between grazing and ruga. He was of the view that those who breed cattle in the region should go ahead with what they have, while those who do not breed cattle should be left alone. Also reacting to the development, the president of the coalition of Southeast Youth Leaders, which is an umbrella body of the youth organization in the Southeast geopolitical zone, Goodluck Egwe Ibem, said that such a plan should not be carried out in the region. He said farm estate has no meaning to the people of the zone, describing it as an attempt to twist the people of the zone. Also speaking, the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, Iba Gani Adams, rubbished the idea, calling it another attempt by the Buhari government to enforce open grazing. According to him, the government can't insist on having grazing routes in states as all lands belongs to the states. Gani Adams, in an interview, maintained that the federal government should respect the principle of three tiers of government and should not attempt to impose its wish on the states and local government. This plan by the government can't work. They can't insist on it. It will be the beginning of anarchy. It can even lead to war if the governors are determined. The governors don't know how powerful they are. They interface with the citizens, but the federal government does not, he said. So obviously we can see that the presidency is trying all means and using all tactics to ensure that open grazing is being practiced in Nigeria. Well, I don't know why the president is doing this, but I believe, he's a Fulani, so definitely he's doing this for his fellow brothers, for them to live and also, like they'll say, live and let's live. So I believe he's just protecting them since he's the president and has that power to do so for his fellow brothers. But of course, you can't force it on states, and he should understand as a president that there are laws and there are rules of laws and it must be followed. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for listening. Please drop a comment. Let's hear what you have to say, and also give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.